Hello everybody, Tinfoil Hat Lady here. I'm going to read you my new blog entitled Laundry and Jesus. Are you ready? Okay, let me just move the camera over here a little bit and I can get to the text. All right, so when I was a young girl, I grew up in a rural Baptist community. My favorite auntie was the teacher in the Sunday school. One of the things she taught me was to always ask questions, and I did. Relentlessly. I relentlessly asked as many questions as my family could take. And one of the best quotes I learned from the Bible came from my favorite auntie's daily bread prayer oracle. I loved that little plastic loaf of bread that held many little Bible quotes within, and before every meal we would pick one. Ask and it shall be given, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. This quote has stayed with me throughout my life, and I think it's very apropos to living in the holographic cafe here on Earth. And if you understand what I'm talking about, that's cool, but if you don't understand, please click on the link in my blog to Surfing the Matrix, and I can tell you more about that. So we have an interactive relationship with the planet, with nature, and the reality moving around us. So Matthew 7:7 reminds us that we are biologically perfect technology. We are perfect technology to interface with the universe. Unfortunately, nobody tells us straightforwardly about how wonderful and how powerful we are. We are electromagnetic, biological, spiritual technology, and DNA is the currency of the universe. So, one of the things that stuck with me from my Sunday school days was when Jesus admonished his followers to keep their robes clean for the day of his return. Now, I can't remember which quote specifically, so here I have a couple of quotes mentioning garments. Revelation 22:13, 14, 15. Blessed are those who wash their robes. They will be permitted to enter through the gates of the city and eat the fruit from the tree of life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Blessed are those who wash their robes so that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter the city by its gates. But outside the gates are the dogs, the sorcerers, the sexually immoral, the murderers, the idolaters, and everyone who loves and practices falsehood. You've got to think about these things. King James Bible says, Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Interesting. Thou hast a few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. Revelation 3:4. So as a young girl, I kept thinking about this because I didn't understand at all why Jesus would want us to desperately prepare clean clothes. I thought he was teaching us about eternal spiritual being, and I didn't think eternal spiritual being needed clothes. However, now that I'm a bit older, I'm realizing that Jesus was giving us advice on how to deal with the beautiful electromagnetic beings that we are. After all, the 7 colors of the rainbow are made of white light. He was trying to get us to understand that we need to be aware of our subtle body system, our chakra system, how it informs us morally, because it does, as well as being part of how we powerfully manifest in this material realm. When we don't appreciate how we co-create this reality, we tend to have a victim mentality. We get into the habit of blaming others for our own experiences and our own feelings. We tend to become unaware of our contribution to the creation of each and every situation that we encounter in life. This is what it means to self-reflect, become enlightened, or illuminated. In this regard, your subtle bodies will shine to those who can see the light of creation by keeping yourself healthy and practicing hygiene in all of your bodies, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, by keeping your thoughts in the highest vibration, eating the highest vibration of food, carrying oneself with authority in all interactions with others. This is how we can take responsibility and be healthy. So, what does all this have to do with Jesus? Well, I think he was trying to get us to understand that keeping our robes clean for the day of his return has to do with the health of our bio-spiritual self. Keeping our chakras functioning and balanced is the basic pump of this technology. So for more information, please see my blog, Chakras 101, and there you're going to find the image of the information path through the body. Basically, I have an image there of the root to the crown and how the information moves through. We get a concept, a feeling, an opinion, a second feeling, a response, an insight, and a release through the crown. And then we're standing under a process concept. We have an understanding. So data and information from the environment enter at the root chakra, are processed through the sacral or emotional body, then through the solar plexus or mental body, then the spiritual body or heart, which is the bridge to the upper chakras. Next, the throat chakra, which is the first phase of manifestation into the third dimension, as sound creates form. John 1:1, first was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now, cymatics is our scientific proof in this day and age of the concept of sound creating forms. You're going to have to Google that or go to my blog and click on the links. I have lots of hyperlinks in the blog. Hans Jenny's work with cymatics is really awesome. So the information is then processed through the third eye or the pineal gland, and we create insight, and next releasing through the crown as our understanding reroutes new conceptual wisdom for others to pick up on. So it's our holy grail or our cup running over. I love that. And then I have a nice picture of all the cymatics of the chakras there. If we don't block the energy path through the chakra system and create dis-ease in the body, we are keeping our robes clean. The ability to keep information and life force flowing freely through the body keeps optimum health and brings opportunity for spiritual enlightenment. This is what I think Jesus was trying to say. Some people are talking about a great event. People are discussing the possibility of the Son of God, sending forth such a bright light. It allows us to evolve into a different understanding of where we are, who we are, and even affects the whole experience that we're having here in this place. So if this is true, then the meaning of the return of Christ, well, if this is the true meaning, then it behooves us to keep our robes clean so that we match the new frequency and we are able to be harvested and be able to ascend. Authentic human compassion and the universal life force are the only truths. So I leave you in the light and love of the infinite creator. Tinfoilhatlady.com, Laundry and Jesus. Namaste.